Good evening and welcome to my H818 presentation. My name is Bina and the title of my presentation is Designing a Mini MOOC for Assessor Training on the Verification Systems in Further Education and fits into the conference theme on innovation. This is an overview of what I will be discussing in this session and will give you a brief introduction into the context, the challenges that are currently faced in my organisation, assessor training at City of Westminster College, and whether corporate MOOCs are the solution, and an introduction to my what inspired me into designing my MOOC, and a demonstration in terms of my project using Canvas and my future plans. So I'm going to give you a little background on what my project is about and a little bit about myself. I'm curriculum lead and lead internal verifier at the City of Westminster College, which is part of the United Colleges group. Each role continues to develop my understanding of how to support both learners and teachers, providing in-house training on teaching, learning and assessment. Historically, I have noticed some training does not always go to plan, and I envision that the scope of this project will therefore find solutions to the current challenges faced. Therefore, what are the challenges? The challenges are at my organisation I've noticed there's been a steady decline in the quality training at my organisation, and a change is required in how we deliver professional development, and more importantly, invest in our staff to further bridge the skills gap. In having delivered training on the verification systems for the last 6 years, I have noticed a significant drop in attendance, as staff are not always free to attend sessions due to various teaching commitments. And here are some examples of some of the challenges we're faced with. So, the pressure from senior management and staff to attend every form of training, which can often lose its appeal and value, and belief of another meaningless task that's imposed on them. Not having enough time is another issue, and poor attendance due to other commitments. So, for example, teaching classes or cover duties. There's also an inability to retain information due to information overload, and some sessions being at such a fast pace just to try and cover everything in such a short period of time. Training, therefore, does not necessarily meet the specific needs as well, and there's always a need for follow-up sessions, and again, time consuming for the facilitator. So the aim of this project is to design a mini MOOC with a corporate style in mind, using its transformative power to further engage and empower staff, bringing it with it a more open approach to social learning, innovating pedagogy, and providing efficient training for staff and verification systems. So I will explore the benefits of MOOCs and currently designing an artifact that would be used by anyone who would want to build their assessing and verification skills. At the start of the academic year, I conduct training with at least 10 colleagues on the verification systems of current provisions we offer at the Centre, and we'll be piloting a new BTEC Business Technology Education Council diploma course in the next academic year. So therefore, it's crucial for staff to have this prior knowledge before delivering this provision. In this slide, it shows you how the verification process is conducted and how each role plays within this system and process. Training would normally start off with an introduction, identifying learning outcomes and assessment procedures, and assessment outlines, etc., which are then followed by a standardization activity of verifying assessment briefs. A small discussion group on assessment judgments would then ensue. And this is, I've included all of this in my learning design, which I'm intending to show you a little bit later. So, are corporate MOOCs the solution? MOOCs are focused primarily on an academic setting. Therefore, there is now a growing interest in corporate MOOCs to support professional development, and I am keen to incorporate a similar style for my own artifact. This notion was further supported by Bogdan et al. And the benefits on how courses could be tailor-made to meet training needs, which is a good idea when a course doesn't have a particular curriculum to follow, as you do in academic provisions. So to overcome some of the challenges highlighted earlier, such as attendance, I'm hoping to adopt a more corporate style It will let staff be in control of their learning, allowing them a greater deal of flexibility in how they learn. Therefore, a corporate MOOC is likely to have a better impact and engagement if they are much smaller and self-paced as suggested by Yang. Furthermore, moving towards a more social learning approach, which is a combination of face-to-face and blended learning, can make this approach even more lucrative. With the platforms such as 360learning.com and Open to Study, which will offer free corporate MOOCs for those within industry, such as in human resources, employees, etc. FutureLearn has a separate SPOC, small private online courses service, and has several courses that are designed for more specific topics, such as mine. It has been claimed that organisations that deliver effective professional development are those that address skill gaps and improve knowledge sharing. The FutureLearn paper discusses the potential in social learning as it can enhance innovation through knowledge um, sharing and adding strength to my project idea, as I want to change the learning culture of my organisation with new ways of training staff. Therefore, a bite-sized and manageable MOOC could potentially alleviate some of the current issues we have. So where did I get my design inspiration? So looking at, I've explored many platforms and existing MOOCs from FutureLearn, EDX and Coursera, and in the example shown in the slide, I particularly like the structure and layout of this OpenLearn course and adapted this design for my own mini MOOC artifact. I was also impressed on how the design allowed the user to rate the quality of the course as an indicator of effectiveness, and particularly liked the incentive of course rewards. In this example, I have used Compendium to outline my learning design for the proposed mini MOOC design for the assessor training. So each role has a significant part in how the activity is designed. Therefore, I've included discussion forums and an opportunity for collaboration. Here is the proposed MOOC design using Canvas.net. I'm currently developing my project artifact and was going to use Moodle, but was not permitted to use this by my organisation. Therefore, looking through at different platforms, Canvas has been a very popular one to use, and I have used the free instructors access. I found it very intuitive and liked the tools that were available. The design allows the users of MOOC to work through a series of activities which are broken down into module sections, each with accessible links to topic notes and activities related to the training. I had considered the potential design challenges that I might be faced with, such as how I would incorporate learner interaction and feedback opportunities. Therefore, exploring some course designs, I incorporated an opportunity to collaborate, therefore through discussion forums to reduce the avoided sense of isolation. The assessments are in forms of activities, allowing each participant to discuss outcomes via the forums, and I've supplemented this with an end of course quiz to allow the user to process the learnt information and improve long-term retention. This course also allows participants to work at their own pace, which lends itself to the more corporate style. To further encourage engagement on the course, I proposed that after reviewing each topic, the intention is that the user will not be able to move on to into the next section until all items have been completed, therefore encouraging engagement. My future plans. Although there is still a lot to do, there is scope to add further features to this MOOC, such as badges, and hope to try this product in the next academic year. And will continue to network in and out of H818 to continue this learning journey. I hope to put forward my idea in the next JISC roundtable in June and in the next quality meeting and get vital feedback from participants. I look forward to receiving questions, and thank you for listening, and happy to put my cloud work information on CloudWorks, such as my presentation and possible links to the beta version. And you can also contact me, provide any feedback and comments via my Twitter handle. Thank you very much for listening, and thanks. Bye. This is also to end my reference page if you would like any further information regarding the sources I've used in this presentation.